after 9/11, right? In New York City, security had to start dealing with anthrax and stuff like that. And we were given some basic training on how to deal, and it was like maybe a paragraph or two long, how to deal with bombs. And this is a quick video. Let's check it out.
The academy?
What? Yeah, I mean, a little.
Did you study explosive devices in the academy?
What? Yeah, I mean, a little.
Good. I hope you paid attention because I had a buddy from the bomb squad mock up an IED and hide it somewhere here in this park. You got 10 minutes to find it, or I'm adding the duty hat to your standard uniform. Go. Just 10 seconds.
I found it. I found.
You don't do that.
And you're dead.
Yep. When I got my terrible bomb training that's standardized in security, right, in New York, I don't know how it's in other places. They say radio frequencies may affect, the bomb if they're on some kind of if they have like a trigger. It's not like if they're set on some kind of timer. If they have like a trigger where they have to get a signal from the guy that wants to blow the thing up, and just press the button, boom, the radio signals, cell phone signals. That's what they told us. So they said, if I remember correctly, when you find a bomb, if you ever do, hopefully you never will, you go to a landline. Now that's gonna be freaking hard. Nobody has landlines anymore. It's like they removed, especially like in New York. I remember, what was there, like last year? I didn't see one single landline in the street.
Because radio frequency energy can trigger a bomb. You gonna forget that lesson, Boot?
No.
Good. Go get cleaned up.
Funny. We're gonna first start off with some career development. Guys, if you find value in these videos, you find them entertaining, if you're learning something from these reactions from a security guard's perspective, definitely give me a like, leave a comment down below, say thank you, gracias, or send me a clip of something you want me to react to or talk about, obviously from a security point of view. So most likely something that's safety related. And keep it under 5 minutes, please, because once you add the commentary, it can double the time, quadruple the time, and stuff like that. Anyways, let's get into this. Boom.
But you should be ready to work by 10, so probably get here around 9:50. Yeah, I can come in a little early. Hey, I looked at your time card. Why have you been punching in 10 minutes early? You told me to get here at 9:50, so I've been clocking in when I arrive. No, you need to arrive here and then not clock in for at least 10 minutes until your shift starts.
Yo, that call BS on that, guys, and it's because I've worked in places where we've had safety meetings, and wow, this is actually covering my mic, the logo. So we've had these safety meetings in certain locations that they say come in 5-10 minutes before for the safety meetings, but they're not paying you for that. When you do the math, after a month, you did like 2 hours of overtime, and they need to pay that. Sometimes more, depending how long the safety meetings are. And it's because they need to give you information on what's going on with the company, if there's a special event at the post and stuff like that. You're on the clock, baby. You gotta get paid for that. That's why I'm showing you guys these things, because you gotta learn how to stand up for yourself when you're security, especially to management. They'll take advantage of you all the time.
Okay, so I'll arrive here when my shift starts and then clock in. No, you need to be here early. If you require that I'm here early, I'm gonna clock in for that. Oh, because we're gonna pay you for when you're working. So you need to get here, get everything ready to work, and then clock in when your shift starts. I arrive ready to work. I'm in uniform. All I do is walk inside and punch in and then go work. Look,
Yo, that reminds me of going to certain posts and they say, you gotta do a dry run. And be like, what's a dry run? Oh, when you go around the perimeter once and just to make sure everything is fine. And then you clock in and you're like, wait a minute, that's like a 5-minute walk. You're not paying me for it. Heck.
all have to make sacrifices here
No,
for
we
the
don't.
good of the team that we're on.
Cero sacrificios, carajo.
This feels weird. Look, we all have to make sacrifices here for the good of the team that we're on. No, you're...
Yo, I want you guys to get in your head. You are mercenaries for hire when you're a security guard, when you're an employee anywhere. You go towards the highest bidder. Who's going to pay you more? Who's going to offer you more best benefits? You know, on some level, yeah, there's loyalty. You already got a good team. You got a good leadership on top. You got good benefits. But if you're not getting any of that, you're a merc, man. You gotta have that merc mentality. Let's go on to the next one. This one is from the guy that plays the Punisher. He also has a podcast called The Real One, and I like the term, the real one, and that's like my new thing. I just want to be a real one.
Out there shooting this scene, and all of a sudden there's this guy with dreadlocks. We've done it 20 times. I know all these guys by name. Now there's this guy like running at me with these fucking dreadlocks. Who's this fucking clown? And he fucking reaches back. I'm like, this dude's gonna fucking hit me. And sure enough, he just throws a fucking right hand. Last second, I blocked it with my riot shield. I felt it cut my face, and I just figured, all right, he's a background actor, but if he's gonna take a swing at me, I'm gonna take a swing at him, So I just like, bow, and I hit him with this right hand. I hit him like right in the eye, and he fell down, bleeding profusely from his eye. And he comes over to me, and he gives me a fucking hug. He goes, yo, dog, you a real one, man. Then he looks to his right. 3 real Baltimore City.
Yo, guys, I think when you're a security guard for celebrities, you gotta talk to them about this. You gotta tell them, hey, pay attention to who's working in the background, because this is what happened to this actor. His name is John Bernthal, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. But you guys need to communicate that with them so they can optimize the safety. And also, it creates a better bond when you train your clients, when you do like executive protection, or if you are security on a lot, like a recording area, they trust you more when you give them advice. Those 30 seconds conversations, those 90 seconds to train them, to get them to be aware of certain things, that'll be stored there because they hardly talk with you. And if you're a respectable person, be like, well, John told me to be mindful. Okay, he told me we have 20 or whatever number of background guys, and I should visually be focused on them, and I take mental note. If I see anybody extra, because we're recording in an open area, I should call that out. Thankfully for this actor, he has fighting spirit, man. He got that fight awareness. So
police officers are chasing him, and he runs off. He just happened to be running by, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna go knock that motherfucker out on TV. And that's Baltimore. So we're out there shooting this.
Próximo. This one, dear to my heart. I was the crossing guard. This is how a crossing guard, a little lady, she stopped, trafficking from happening. Check it out.
Miss Crossing Guard, please help me. She may be tiny at 4'8", but Crossing Guard Adrian Young has a lot of power in her punch.
Superheroes come in small packages.
She helped free an 8-year-old girl from being kidnapped on a California school playground by a stranger who was later arrested.
And I told her to hold on to me as tight as she can. Do not let go. Because both of us was very small, and the lady was bigger than me.
The child's mother, forever grateful.
So it was a woman trying to, kidnap this little girl. And this crossing guard, she was aware of her limitations. Like, this woman's bigger, I'm smaller. She told the kid, hold on to me as tight as possible. That just makes perfect sense. And that's the problem with security nowadays. Like, they're hiring just anybody to protect everyone, right? That they have no awareness. On some level, in all honesty, fight experience, life experience can make up a lot for size differences, right? Because you have the understanding of, okay, I am this small, but if we lock in arms, if we hold on tight, we're gonna make it hard for this kidnapper who's not prepared. Because many times we see in TV, we see kidnapping happening, like some guy in a van, and maybe he has like another person, right, the getaway driver, and it's organized, the van slides open. But many times it's like this. It's just, just grab a kid by the hand. We're gonna check out some more videos. I want you guys to really pay attention and listen to these stories.
Grateful.
If it wouldn't be for her, I wouldn't know where my daughter would be right now.
Adrian was honored for her heroism.
She told the crossing lady, hey, this is not my mom. Like, why is she taking me away?
A courageous crossing guard whose job doesn't stop just when the kids.
So this happened in 2016, from what I can tell up there. And kudos to the child. Kudos to the kid, the student. She was aware. She was vocal. She was scared, but she knew how to get help, and she got the right help. Kudos to her, man. The mom is doing a great job with that kid, if you ask me. Let's check out the next one. This one is really good for executive protection people that are protecting high celebrities. Let's say they give you like a Drake, and you can have a stalker or something, and the same shorty is everywhere he's at. Like, how should you find me? I already ghosted her like 2 weeks ago. Like, how she's always where I'm at. And this talks a little bit about that.
thinks there's a tracker on her vehicle because everywhere she goes, there's an unidentified tile following her in her car. We looked inside under her interior with borescope for a few different hours today, and then ultimately finally put it on a rack when we had one available. And inside here is a tile tracker wrapped in duct tape. So if you
So the tile tracker, the tile tracker wrapped in duct tape. The duct tape part is so that it doesn't make too much sound while you're driving. So this is a tracker. This is the wall of whatever, right? It's not hitting it when you hit the brakes and you're spinning up and slowing down, right? So you don't hear clickling, right? And then on top of that, if you do executive protection, and this is just in general safety knowledge, check out your phone every once in a while, right? You're gonna see what Bluetooths are available. You see an Apple tracker there, I forgot what they're called, but if you see it, then something's weird going on. And people are using these style trackers now to kidnap other people, a high profile, individuals, so they could ransom them and stuff like that.
feel like someone might be creeping on you and stalking you, maybe see if your local shop can take a look. Hopefully they won't think you're crazy, but it does actually happen. So the customer states that she thinks...
Yeah, man, it does actually happen. Check out the next one. I feel iffy about citizens arrest, guys. Now, I've seen this clip a couple of times. It turns out that the guy holding the kid down, he is an employee of the store. So I guess I give him a pass for that. You got to protect your products, right?
Wait for the police. Oh, it's about to scoop you, bro. We're just waiting for the police. No, when you had a $20,000. Shit. Yes, now we just wait for the cops. Yes, you should have ran. Fuck that. You know what you owe me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
Like, not for nothing, you don't dress like this to rob, right? Like you're jiggling everywhere. Like these keys right here, bro, you're not supposed to do that. It sounds mad dramatic. Forget that. I wonder what he was stealing. Like this guy has a white coat. What, he stole a pound of ham or something? What's going on here?
You should have ran. You know what the fuck?
Like, I'm saying the pound of ham part because the butcher at every place I've ever been to, they're always wearing that same white lab coat. Like it makes you think that they're a doctor, but they just wear that because they need to know, like, it's a cleanliness thing. You want to know if they're clean or not because they're dealing with meat, and meat sometimes has blood in it.
You owe me. Why do I owe you? You just try to steal from us. Now we're just waiting for the police, man. You can't steal, bro. Get off of me.
Allegedly. Was allegedly.
Damn, bro. I'm waiting for the police.
Yeah.
We will let you go. You know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
That's what it says. That it says thief couldn't break loose after he was allegedly caught stealing. See, that's the part. Like I hope this guy saw it. I hope this guy in the white lab coat saw it, right? But what did he take? I just wonder. Now, there's also, let's talk about the fact that this guy is twice his young man's size. This is what I was talking about. Sometimes experience can, beat or make like an equalizer as far as fight capabilities, right? Now, this guy is twice his size. He doesn't have to really use any technique. He's just holding his arm. This kid is trying everything to get away from him, right? Obviously, he doesn't know any wrestling, so what can he really do? Like, you can tell he has like an idea. He's trying to do some stuff, but it's not good enough. And this guy, he's just holding him down. Passive weight, like that dad strength. He's like, nope, got you by the wrist right here. I got you from the back. You can't hit me. We're good. So when you hire security and when you are security, you gotta be aware of where this person will be working at, where you're gonna be working as a guard. Because if you're facing people that are bigger than you, don't take that post.
Wait for the police peacefully. Oh, shit. Just wait for the cops peacefully. Oh,
why don't you just not fight and just come in? We'll just write you up and you can leave.
Well, now it's past that point.
Already.
Oh, he's too. Now we gotta wait for the cops.
Okay, now we're past that. We were past writing him up. All right, let me see the next one. Let me take that one. I don't like that one. This one I like because it shows kids with common sense. Kids protecting kids. I like this one. Check it out.
Yes. Is she related to you?
A moment of bravery.
Are you related to him?
Yeah.
No, you're not. She just said no. Stop. Walk away.
This is not.
So video shows young girls confronting attempted kidnapped.
With this trio of friends expected to happen on a summer evening 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we were all just playing outside, like sports and stuff. And then the ice cream truck came, so we wanted ice cream. That's when we saw the little girl and the man.
Her brother said that he was gonna go get candy, but he only wanted her to go. So then that's when we kind of got suspicious.
13-year-old Esme says that's when she and her 11-year-old friends started questioning the man.
I was scared of the things that could happen to the poor little girl, so I just wanted to get her out of there.
The man who was walking away holding the wrist of a 6-year-old girl.
He cussed at me and told me to walk away.
The girls say the man who lives in the complex.
Look at that. I think that's the guy and that's the girl who's trying to lift her up.
Started speed walking away.
Yep, right there. Yeah, that's the guy.
And they started following and recording.
We decided to walk her home because, I highly doubt she knew what was going on.
That's when Esme's mom called police who arrested the man.
Hey!
Bro, he's from the complex. The next video, again, shout outs to those kids, man. They were on it. Kids protecting kids. I think that's important. The next one is, let's see, store got broken into twice this week. Shaking my head. Robbery, hashtag gas station, hashtag comedy, memes, funny theft. Let's check it out.
3 little badass kids, little 13-year-olds walking up to my store with backpacks.
Oh! This guy, he had a Sonic the Hedgehog backpack. Like, that ain't conspicuous, right? Nobody would notice that. Put an APB on that. Yo, just like, what did the kid look like? Male? Like, forget it. He just had a Sonic the Hedgehog, backpack. Put an APB out for anybody with a Sonic the Hedgehog blue backpack. He used it to steal and to break into a store. It's retarded.
Masks on, right? Now, what are they doing? They're picking in the store. They're trying to see what they're going to take. Boom, gets in. It's there, opens the lock, gets inside. Now they're scrambling. Anyways, they go straight to the vase, which, looks like a successful heist so far. Dropped half of the shit that they took. This one dude, he grabbed a rhino pill. Maybe he was trying to get his little freak on that night after the successful heist. I don't know. Other dudes taking his sweet time, going crazy, and they run out the door.
Like, look at that. You only have so much space, right, for a backpack. I would have gone in maybe like a garbage bag or, you can tell somebody stole something in, like maybe a laundry bag. Because a laundry bag, you can open it up and it's like large. You could take like everything from that shelf, especially if it's lightweight. Yeah, if it's something heavy, it may be a backpack, but then for that, you're going to be stealing electronics. So that's a different type of theft right there.
Or with like half of the shit on the floor.
1 week later.
They decided to spin the block, come back, and try to do this shit again. But this time they added a tank to their fucking lineup, okay?
They got rid of the backpack.
They're ready to go right now. Here we go. Big guy's going to throw his rock. Boom, bounce right back in his ass. Now they start rapid firing it. Boom, right? My fucking glass made out of vibranium, okay? You can't get through. Alarms go off and they run out. You see these little 3?
Yo, you can only rob the same place the same way every time. Oh, this one, I thought it was hilarious. Because this one was a chase. It was, let me see. Fleeing suspect run into pole. Oh, I feel bad for her because, but it's also funny.
Stop!
I need my phone.
We got 3 of us here, all right?
Can you please call her, please? I just brushed my mouth.
Yeah, that was like the spill you took. Come here.
Yo, dental care is so expensive. I want to get braces, and it's gonna cost me about $6,000 for Invisalign. And I was like, let me get the wires. Maybe they'll be less expensive. Like, it's not that much expensive, depending where you go to. Like, maybe only her lips got cracked, but if her teeth got cracked as an adult, it's expensive. Oof. What we got next over here? I don't know what this one is. Guys, I made this lineup like 4 days ago, and it's just been sitting there because I've had things to do. Like, I don't live off YouTube. It's not like I can monetize. I just do this, to help out. I want to put information out there. So this is why, like, this guy doesn't even know what he's looking at. Like, yeah, I kind of do, kind of don't. Let's check this one out. When cop meets a true criminal. Ooh, I remember this one. Oh. He pulls out the gat right there. Female cop starts crying.
Stop, leave. Okay, I leave. No. Let go.
This is why certain people should not be in security, law enforcement, or the military. She thinks this is an office job. Like you just, I'm just gonna sign some paperwork. No, some people, they cannot be tracked because they cannot be found. They can't have no footprint anywhere because somebody's looking for them. This guy's a criminal. Oh, she lucky she got backup. She lucky. Top fires. Oh, over. Is it over? I don't know. But yo, I'm sorry, man. And this also goes for some guys too. That's why I mentioned the size thing. Like you got to be aware of how big you are sometimes. What we got next over here? Oh, this one's kind of interesting. Hopefully we're not taking too long with these. Let's see. Limestone Correctional Facility security guard arrested for promoting prison contraband. All right, let's get into this.
Well, we're following breaking news. A prison guard has been arrested accused of smuggling contraband into the Limestone Correctional Facility. Monica Blankeny was arrested on Wednesday. It's unclear what contraband she's accused of smuggling, but Blankeny has resigned from her position with the Department of Corrections.
Guard shoots man who stabbed 2 at New Orleans' largest homeless shelter. This was March 28th. This was this year. This was published March 28th. Let's talk about how dangerous homeless shelters really are. This one's from police. This one's from 8. What is this? Fox 8 Live. There you go. Police. Guard shoots man who stabbed 2 at New Orleans' largest homeless shelter. This was released March 28th. Let's check it out.
Turned shooting at a low barrier homeless shelter in New Orleans fuels frustration and fear.
As Ashton Brothers reports, the violence doesn't come as a surprise to those living at the shelter.
Not even 10 minutes after city officials finished a news conference regarding a stabbing and shooting that happened at this low barrier homeless shelter near City Hall on Gravier Street, a violent outburst in the same area.
You hear all that? Say, look. This is nothing uncommon. This is a regular occurrence.
Yo, shelters are not what people think they are. They're not just full of migrants trying to find a better life. They're full of a lot of diseases, a lot of mental disorder, and many times the security that's there, they're not equipped to deal with any of this stuff.
Things like this go on all the time.
And just minutes before that, a fight broke out. How often do you feel unsafe here?
Almost on a daily basis. It's an unsafe place, to say the least.
Police say earlier Thursday, a security guard shot a man armed with a knife after the suspect stabbed a staff member and fellow resident at the shelter.
I can't live here no more like this. I'll go sleep on the bridge. I'll go find the band.
And this is why there's a lot of homeless people. Like, they don't go to the shelters. And I'll be one of those people to say, yo, I don't like giving homeless people money. Though they said in the Bible to be charitable, and I understand that. It's just because I pay so much money in taxes already, right? We provide you with EBTs, we provide you with health care, we provide you with the shelter to stay at, and then you're not wanting to stay there. And then you find out from the other guy, like for example, this guy saying, yo, it's not safe. I'd rather be in the streets. And it's like I have mixed feelings about charity sometimes because of these type of stories.
And in the car, I'll go to a church and beg for help.
The NOPD says officers on scene deployed tasers and could have used fatal force, but
it would put the person the subject was holding in great danger.
City leaders say the shelter houses 346 guests dealing with different types of distress, such as trauma, mental health issues, and addiction.
Councilmember Harris has been a strong proponent of making sure that there's enough money, that the staffing is proper, that you have the right type of management.
Director of Homeless Services and Strategies, Nathaniel Fields, says people think low barrier means no rules, but that's simply not the case.
It's low barrier to entry is not no barrier at all.
Here at the shelter, they don't ask for identification or payment, but security officers say they screen every individual. There are 2 guards at the entry gate.
And how he got the knife? How he got the knife in if they screen everybody? How he got the knife in? Like was it just let me look at your bag and all right, go? Like they didn't put their hand in or anything? pass them a wand and stuff.
Guard shack, another at the front desk, and one upstairs.
The mayor wants us to do what we need to make sure that the shelter is held whole and taken care of.
Dillard political analyst Dr. Robert Collins says Mayor LaToya Cantrell has made it her mission to repurpose vacant properties for homeless housing.
She hasn't quite achieved that vision yet, but that is her long-term vision, not to have any homeless people anywhere on the street, to have a system of low-barrier homeless shelters where anyone that needs somewhere to go can go to sleep.
Yeah, we got to help the homeless people. We got to. But the way it's being done in most places, many places. Can I even say that? Many places? I'm not even sure sometimes. Just because we tend to only hear the bad stuff, right? We tend to only hear the bad stuff. And when you really find out the numbers of how many places there are compared to how much crime is being made, sometimes it's not what we think it is. All right, next, we have a video from Tim Pool, actually. He explains hacking, like basic hacking, and I want security guards to be aware of this. This has become standardized training in almost every job I had that was related to security in one way or another, all in New York. I don't know about other spots, right? And pretty much it talks about answering emails. The security guards, we have access to vaults, right? We have access to CCTVs and special doors. Let's check this out.
Who was also a finalist for the vice presidential nomination. We knew that, but it turned out not to be him. I believe that they're saying they're not going to release this, but I'll pause there and tell you guys what a spear phishing campaign is. I know most of you probably know, but for the benefit of those who are not familiar, phishing, P-H-I-S-I-N-G, not F, is when you get an email that says something like reset your password. So if you receive an email from Google and it's like, click here to reset your password for a new security update, that's phishing. Spear phishing is when they spoof their email and target you specifically. So what ends up happening then, a spoofed email would be your coworker emails you and it says,
I was getting confused with phishing and spear phishing. Mira eso. Look, you pay attention, you can learn a lot about security in the most strangest places. Temple, every once in a while he talks about safety.
It's their email address on it because you can easily fake that. And it'll say something like, hey, Jim, I need you to log into the corporate site for me and update and check your birthday to make sure it's correct. We're doing, internal stuff and we want to make sure we have everything on file. When you click the link, it sends you to a fake website. Then when you try to log in, you're actually just sending your credentials to the hacker. It's a social engineering technique. With that being said, for those who are not familiar with the story, I'll tell you one of the most brilliant spear phishing stories.
So pretty much social engineering is when you get people adapted, you get people used to a certain thing and you prepare them, you're setting them up. That's the best way. You're setting them up so that you can get what you want from them. Social engineering, there's many different versions of it, like explanations. One of them is like some guy comes into a room, there's 5 people there, he's number 6, and he's there for an interview, and he sees that when there's like a red light turns on, everybody gets up, and then when the red light turns off, everybody sits down. So then he starts mimicking them, and then eventually, like there was this testing, what they did with the same scenario was they got rid of the original 5 people, and the 6th person was the oldest person there, and they brought a brand new 5 people in, and they wanted to see if he would still get up and get down. And that's a form of social engineering. But I think Tim Pool has a great story that he's going to share right now about what happened to him when he worked in Vice.
That I've ever seen and personally got to experience when I worked at Vice.com, to give you an understanding of how it works. One day I received an email from infonet.some garbage, and it said, hello, we are updating our accounts for all employees. Please click here. And I laughed and it said, oh, please. I'm not falling for that. I walked over to the chief technical officer of Vice and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know I got a phishing email. If it's coming to me, it's probably going to a lot of people. And he's like, okay, I'll let everybody know. Shortly after that, I received an email from Shane Smith, the CEO himself, saying, hey, did you see this breaking news, with a link to CNN? Of course, the link wasn't really to CNN. It just looked like it. And then it had a signature on the email that said, Shane Smith, managing editor Vice. And I busted out laughing. The signature did look like a Vice signature, but Shane doesn't use one. He's the CEO, nor would he call himself managing editor. That's spear phishing. And so it said.
So another thing you want to be aware about when it comes to these type of emails, you gotta look for what's out of the ordinary, right? Like he just said, the CEO won't use those stuff. It's like when you're the owner of a company, everybody wears a suit. You don't have to. Everybody knows who you are. You're the owner. Remember, I worked at a post where this guy, he owned a building, and everybody will stand up straight when he would get there. I didn't know who he was. He was just he looked like a bum to me. Like he was one of these rich guys that dressed like bum. Kid you not. But when he was around, you were like, wait a second, why is everybody acting like got a stick up their butt? You're like, what? Oh, he's the big guy here. All right, cool. So look for what's out of the ordinary in those emails.
At Shane, Vice or whatever his email was. And so I went to the CTO and I was like, they're ramping it up, dude. Take a look at this. And he's like, dude, I know. We had a bunch of people click the stupid link and I had to go to them and reset their passwords manually. And but fortunately, nobody got in. We caught it very quickly. But yeah, they're trying to ramp up this phishing attack. And I was like, well, good for you. And then the master stroke. I clapped when I saw this. The CTO, the next day, I get an email from the CTO, perfect, signature correct, and everything. And it said, guys, I told you this over and over again. Stop clicking on links from people you do not know. We've already been compromised, and now we have to go in and reset everyone's password. Okay, so please click here and reset your password now. And I was just, bravo, master.
All right, I had to check what the heck is the CTO, guy. So CTO is pretty much the Chief Technology Officer. I never worked in a company so big that I had to work with a CTO. Never.
Stroke. And I busted out laughing. I ran to the CTO and I was like, they got us. Dude, look at this. And he went, oh my God. Of course he didn't send the email. It was the perfect long con. They purposefully sent botched phishing attempts so that the CTO would warn everybody that the attacks were happening. So when the CTO when they sent the spoof email as the CTO being like, dude, I warned you about this. The employee goes, yeah, he did come to me. He warned me about this. Now it's personal. And you're thinking this can't be fake. He did tell me I'd need to reset my password if I clicked it. Here's the password reset. He told me I'd have to do it. And they got dozens of people in the spear phishing. So that's how spear phishing works. This is likely how you don't need to be so sophisticated, but that was awesome.
All right, guys, that's it. And that's that. If you found value in this video, press like, leave a comment down below saying thank you or gracias, or share with me a clip of something you want me to react to, and using my security guard hat and see it from that point of view, the safety point of view. Because there's some things that are not clearly for security guards, but like that one video I was talking about the work, that little cartoon short, that stuff affects you as a guard. It affects you. It affects your paycheck, affects your safety, affects your team effort, and all that stuff. So let me know. Press like, leave a comment down below saying thank you, gracias. Take care, love yourself. Ciao. Lo quiero mucho. Peace.